Are you constantly feeling like you're super stressed out and you don't know what to do? Well, you need to watch this video.
Yeah. Busy. Get busy. Everybody get busy.
Welcome to a Taste of Fresno. I'm super excited to introduce to you this next awesome person. Not only she has 15 years of experience in research, organizational development, and wellness consulting, but she's also formally trained through Stanford University with a PhD. Yes, she's a doctor. She has many different certifications, but the area of expertise that we'll be learning today, tension release exercises, also known as TRE. Yep, she's gonna teach us how to release tension due to stress. Let me introduce you to Dr. Morgan Velez Young Alfaro. Thank you so much for being here with us and educating us on this important topic that I don't think many people understand the importance of stress.
Yeah.
And I know work-related chronic stress and burnout are common in the US. However, they are more common in a nonprofit.
Yes.
So how about if we start first with what are the top 3 reasons?
Top 3 reasons that drive a person away from their job in the United States. Number 1 is workload. Number 2 is personnel issues. And number 3 is compensation, so salary and pay. Chronic stress, vicarious trauma, and burnout are even more common in a nonprofit job.
Why is this a big problem?
Nonprofit sector, there's very minimal research. So yes, I'm conducting a study. We're almost done with it. And it's actually worse of a situation than I expected. So
Really?
For nonprofit professionals, those professionals who are working directly with community members, directly with clients, or directly with program participants, they have the highest rates of chronic stress, vicarious trauma, and burnout. I would have suspected that that this type of job, direct service work, would have higher rates of these things. But the findings are showing it's actually higher than I would have even expected. Things that professionals tend to notice are sleeping issues, either falling asleep or staying asleep. They notice that they're on constant adrenaline rushes, and at the end of the day, they can't bring themselves back down from that adrenaline rush. Professionals become aware of they don't even like the people that they serve anymore, or they don't like their colleagues that they once liked. Those are kind of more obvious cues and hints that a person is suffering from job-related chronic stress.
So if this is so important, why is it that we don't hear about it?
The assumption is that suffering is just part of the job of giving, and that a professional is supposed to be selflessly giving all that they have. Culturally across this country and internal to the nonprofit sector, there are these features that keep us from actually deeply understanding how severe the situation is.
So now that we know that it's important, how do we treat it?
So there are solutions at the individual level, and then there are solutions to engage in at the organizational level. There are bite-sized things that nonprofit professionals can be doing to mitigate the negative impact of chronic stress, vicarious trauma, and burnout. So when I say bite-sized, they're literally small steps, but they're backed by science to actually make an improvement. So surrounding oneself with scenery, natural scenery. So either literally sitting in a park or hanging pictures of scenic visuals in your office that actually decreases blood pressure, right? That lowers blood pressure. The connection between the human brain and nature is so significant that something so simple can actually make a difference in the body. Another small step that can happen is drinking lots of water. So it turns out that when a person is dehydrated, and many of us are, our actual stress hormones increase. So being hydrated at least gets the stress-related dehydration out of the way, out of the picture. Some of you might be familiar with tension and trauma release exercises, where a person learns how to literally release tension that's built up in the body, in the nervous system. Those are things that individuals have a lot of power over. So tension and trauma release exercises are widely used around the world. They're particularly known for being used with active duty military and veterans, as well as refugees in certain conflict zones. And so once a person sheds tension, that tension might be work related, that tension might be lifelong related, wherever that tension originated isn't actually important, because this is not like a psychological healing practice, it's a physiological healing practice. So at the end of tension trauma release exercises, what the evidence shows is that people get improvement in body pain. All types of body pain is improved with regular use of TRE. Improvement of mood, improvement of sleeping quality and duration of sleeping, improvement with autoimmune diseases. So when the body gets an opportunity to release built up tension, its natural inclination to be healthy and healed will start to emerge.
Friends, this was an amazing experience. Thank you so much. I definitely recommend it. So if you're suffering from stress at work, we know that's very common. And you don't have to suffer, right? You don't have to suffer. So we will definitely be providing the information. So if you want to contact Dr. Morgan Velez Young Alfaro, you may do so.